All right. Well, we've got a few people. Let's hang out. Let's do some of this semi-scheduled stuff and see what happens. So because to me, Anna and Cesar, you are both first-time people into DIESOL, so welcome very much. Anna, can you introduce yourself briefly? Just who are you? Where are you at?
I'm Anna. I'm in San Francisco.
There you are. You teach up there too, I assume?
No. I graduated with my master's for my Tesol in December in the middle of a pandemic. Well,
looking
all
for
the
a
layoffs
job?
are happening. I know, exactly.
This is a good place
just
to
a long
be.
time. So
Good place to be because my place is hiring.
Timing.
My place is hiring full time, so we can talk.
If you want to move to Texas,
I'm originally from Texas, so.
Well, the universe is calling you back.
All right, and Cesar, how about you?
Hi, I'm Cesar Diaz. I'm from Colombia. I'm a CELTE teacher I've been teaching for 11 years now. And I've been to Texas like 3 times.
Wonderful.
San Antonio, Texas at DLI.
Excellent.
And this is a really great experience for me. This is like the first time I can hang out with people like you, so experts and, with so much experience. So let's see what comes out from here.
Yeah, well, I think you're the first person calling in internationally. It sounds like it's so like you're the first person to join us internationally. I mean, we've had people from all over the world, but actually being out of the country, being out of the States and calling in or joining us from out of States is, I think, the first person. So a
lot of firsts today.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sweating oil right now.
And I'm sweating.
And I had the chance of meeting Miss Reyes like 1 month ago.
Oh, in Colombia.
Yeah, she was in her hotel, and I went there. I met her. She's friend of one of my best teachers I had back in the U.S. And it's been wonderful knowing her. In this month, I'm here. I don't know what to say.
Excellent.
Makes our group bigger and more diverse, and we can exchange ideas. So I'm glad you could make it, Cesar.
Thank you.
All right. Just running down the line. Mark, do you want to introduce yourself briefly?
Yeah, I'm Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, how you doing? I grew up in California and I moved to Japan when I was 24 and started working in the private language industry. And I got my MA while I was there through distance learning, and then came back in 2016, which was a weird time to return to the US. And Brent was one of the first people I met in California in TESOL, I think. It was probably at a TESOL meeting. And then also started working at the place where he works. And let's see, I moved to Utah 2 years ago now and work full time at Southern Utah University. And I'm glad to hear Esol's place is hiring. Our place is surviving. I know a lot of places have had a pretty hard time for the last couple of years. It looks like we're going to pull through, but you can't take that kind of thing for granted, right?
Yeah, a lot of schools have suffered. So, but my place is always hiring. We're trying to fill 100% capacity. So,
Mm-hmm. So, how about that?
So I moved to Texas.
Trade-offs.
Yeah, Esol's always like, why don't you apply and come to Texas?
Come to me. I miss all my friends.
I know, she's trying to move all of California out to Texas.
We're California Junior. It's called Texas, but we really are California Junior.
I think there would be some Texans very offended at that statement.
Do people in Texas say like have a image of Californians moving to their state and taking over and stuff like that? People in Utah say that all the time.
Yeah. I think it's just anybody now from the West Coast, they're probably going to say, oh, you guys are coming to take over.
Yep.
They're not wrong, but they're not wrong.
All right, Wayna, can you, how are you? And can you introduce yourself as well?
Definitely. Well, where to start? I was a student of Esol.
I always forget that. I always forget. I forget that you're like my colleague, so I don't think of you as my former student.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that before you started talking. I was like, wait, I'm going to introduce myself, and what should I introduce? And I was like, Esol, my teacher, my ESL teacher, in USC, in 2012 or 13, right?
13, yeah.
Yeah,
because that's when I started at USC. Mm-hmm.
That's how I, got to meet this wonderful, brilliant person. And then, since then, I started my degree in Pepperdine, and now I'm doing my doctoral. I'm a PhD candidate right now, but I'm also working full-time at Pepperdine as an instructor, not in ESL, but actually in Tesol. So I'm actually training the future ESL teachers. So that's really like a full circle coming back. And my passion is always about Edtech, Brandon and Shell. Yeah. And this week has been crazy. I don't know if you are also attending all those conferences, TESOL, the CABE. I've been attending for you. Yeah, I did like 3 presentations this week.
Oh my God.
Luckily it's Friday. Yeah, right. You need to calm down and have a drink time with you guys.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know how to say it in Chinese, but there's the great expression in Japanese, which is otsukare, which is like well done. How would you translate that? Mark? Well done. Good. Congratulations on your good job
good
today.
Good work. Your hard work.
Thank you for your effort. Something like that, right?
Yeah. We have it in Chinese too, like 辛苦了.
辛苦了.
辛苦了. But there's no way to say in English. I know Spanish has a way to say it too, right? Like, thank you for your hard work, something like that.
What would we say in Spanish? After a long week of work or at the end of the day?
Like you had in Chinese, 辛苦了 means like you worked so hard, you sweated a lot, you had so many not tears, but just means like
tears.
You was bearing a lot, basically means.
If you were watching any of these conferences online, you were definitely crying quite a bit. There were there were some technical difficulties going on around the cycles there. So, not to belittle everyone's effort. There was a lot of hard work going into those things, but yeah, there was some interesting tweets going on at the same time. All right.
Mark speaks Chinese.
I just Googled it.
Good job. Just by pronunciation, you can do it. That's really well done.
Yeah, Google corrected my first try, but I got it eventually.
Good old Google. All right, so we've definitely been hitting a lot of these conferences. We thought we'd do a little bit. We have a couple questions, and we'll just do this one quickly here. But the questions are, what are you drinking and what's getting you through teaching right now or your own situation? So I'll start with that. What am I drinking? Bubbly water, because I got my COVID shot and I'm worried. I feel different things from minute to minute, and I don't know if they're psychological or if they're real, but I'm going to not have any alcohol tonight. So bubbly water. And what's getting me through teaching is I love Moat. I am super crazy about Moat these days. If you guys haven't played with it, just let me know because I'll get you a code for it. But I don't think I've even really announced this officially, but I was selected as a Moat ambassador. Did I tell you that, Esol?
I think so, but I don't know that everybody knows Moat.
Yeah, it's not as big yet, but basically in a Google Doc, you click on the comments and then you just speak your comments directly into it, and it's so much faster than typing everything. And then what it does is it translates it with AI tech translation or transcribing it, and then the students, if they need to, they can click a button and they can translate it into their own language to double check the meaning of it as well. So I've been using it, and like it's cool because you can go back and check that your students have listened to it or that they've read it. And I'll drop the code in here for you guys in a minute if you want to. I think I get 3 months of extra free access if you just want to play with it. But that's for me. Esol, how about you? What are you drinking? What's
I'm actually drinking wine that I'm not much of a drinker, so I mixed it with Pellegrino. And what's getting me through is actually I haven't been teaching for a long time because they made me a tech trainer for our teachers. So when I was in Colombia last month, it was the first time that I was teaching during the pandemic, and I had real human students wearing masks, but real human students. So now that I'm back, it just helps me to know that even if we go back face to face wearing masks, that it's possible. And so the idea that the pandemic is hopefully coming to an end, that's getting me through right now.
Awesome. And I think this is your first time to drink on Drinks with DIESOL.
It's the first time I'm drinking on Drinks with DIESOL, and it's the first time I drank since Colombia, because my Colombian colleagues got me to try aguardiente, and that stuff was too much for me. So wine and Pellegrino today.
All right. Anna, how are you doing? What do you got?
I think raspberry bubbly.
Raspberry bubbly?
Oh, it is called bubbly.
Yeah, it's called bubbly.
Yeah, that's the brand.
Sparkling water.
Bubbly.
Yeah, bubbly drink. Mine is actually Soda Stream, but just with water, Soda Stream. But yeah, those bubbly drinks are pretty good though.
Yeah, they're tasty.
And you said you're not teaching right now, but anything else getting you through?
I'm exhausted right now. PD is my life. It's like, okay, well, if there's no work to be had, then I will just learn as much as possible. So, and I'm going to spend the next 6 months catching up on all the conference sessions that I missed.
There you go. That is a really great feature of the digital part of this. Is like, I'm like, I can't get through all of these things today, but I still have several months of watching. So that's pretty good. All right, Cesar, how about you?
Well, I'm drinking some cheap Irish whiskey.
Nice.
And it's not fair because you are not drinking alcohol, so I feel like trash, but okay.
Well, I'm going to drink to that.
Normally I am drinking with you, Cesar. It's just today. You are certainly not trash. You are invited. It's the title of the episode, so you're good.
I would be drinking alcohol, but I know that like once this is done, I have to get back on the conference platform and start going through sessions. I don't like
oh, come on, Anna. You're saying
I need to be like wide awake.
You have to be some kind of professional. Is that what you're getting at here? All right. Wayna, what do you got?
So mine is very. I am not muted now. Yeah, not very creative. It's just water.
I do have a pink glass. That's cool.
That's true. I do have some Chinese the red tea, but right now I'm drinking water. Right. I wish I can have some cocktail, but not when I'm pregnant.
Baby coming, new baby.
Congratulations!
Yes, new baby.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. It's so I'm gonna be 7 months on Monday.
Already?
Yeah, it's getting very close. Yep.
Wow.
So I guess let's answer my third question. My life situation is that I have a 2.5 years right now and getting another one in June. Mm-hmm. And how am I getting through my teaching? I don't know. I actually, I would say how am I getting through life is because of teaching. Like teaching is definitely the part that energizes me and feel like, the connection with human with my students. And I love that part. And seeing my daughter, I don't know. Like, this is a hard question, but
we weren't trying to trick you with this question. Just yeah, but it can be a lot these days.
Yeah. Well, the question I would answer is, how am I getting through gradings? I enjoy teaching, but not grading.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I want to comment on Anna, like, wow, you're really good. Like, when I miss those sessions, like, I'm just going to move on. So you're like,
but it's virtual. It's on demand. You can watch it anytime. They give you, 3 to 6 months.
I know.
Why
yeah.
not?
Maybe I can make a calendar schedule and schedule something like each day, right? So I can just occupy those time, dedicate those time on watching those videos. Otherwise, I'll always prioritize other like urgent things instead of, important things. Yeah. But yeah,
fair.
Learn something from that. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. And Mark, what are you drinking? What's getting you through?
I'm drinking this cup of pens here. Yeah.
Delicious. High quality.
Yeah. I just actually finished dinner because it's an hour ahead of you. Well, actually, Esol, you might be, wait, are you in Central Time or Mountain Time?
I'm Central Time. So it's 7:30, almost 7:30.
Yeah. So I had dinner because it's 6:30 here. So I had some, sparkling water. That's sort of like the go-to middle-aged person's drink now, don't you think?
Sparkling water.
Yeah, because it seems like we're all
water when you
having,
want to be fancy.
Yeah, besides Cesar, we're all drinking some variety of that. What else the other? Oh yeah, how are you getting through teaching? It's an interesting term right now because I have my first pure project-based class, and I've been doing mostly task-based classes up until here at my current institution. So it's got some different kinds of challenges. You're not as obligated to provide content every day. We meet for 4.5 hours every day. So it is a lot of content if you are taking that upon yourself as a teacher. But you have to sort of deal with the pressure of having to bite your tongue when you see people working through something that you know the answer to, but it's also important that they work through it themselves. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, you guys are all ESL teachers, so you know what I mean.
You can't just give them the answer. You have to just hold back.
Yeah.
Let them struggle a little bit.
There's a lot more of that in a project-based class than my normal teaching. So what else is new? Like, this part of Utah, there's no Costco for at least 40 minutes in any direction and no Trader Joe's for 2 hours in any direction. So pretty much all I do is go hiking, stay home and watch Netflix, play with my guitars. And when I feel guilty about watching YouTube instead of watching Tesol presentations. I click on some Tesol presentations.
We all do.
When I remember, yeah. When I am watching, the third video in a row of Forged in Fire testing katanas out on dummies, and I think, I should probably do some PD. Then I switch on the Tesol videos that I missed.
But it's hard to go wrong with a good katana, So. All right, so we thought we're going to try a new activity today, which is we're going to do a little Mad-Libbing, and I'm going to throw in a link for you guys into the chat. Oops, is this the right one? I hope so.
We might get a latecomer. I think the whole time change and the people from Tesol are just sort of.
I'm telling you,
Anna nailed that.
Really, right to you. It's like, we've been converting time from Eastern to our time zone for 3 days.
I always have to tell Brent, like, what your time, California time? Okay, that means 2 hours ahead, because otherwise we'll cross our wires.
Oh shoot! Sorry, hold on a second. Let me fix this here. Hold on.
Google Doc.
Yeah, I was told.
Rule number 1: are you sharing a Google Doc without giving permissions?
No, you just did not refresh it properly.
Blame the
It
student.
happens to me all the time.
Not my fault.
Happens to me all the time.
Try again, Wayno. Can you refresh that?
Yep.
Good. Okay. All right. So, Mad-Libs are, you just type in the information into the form and it will turn it into a story for you. We'll give you a couple minutes. Don't worry too much about the word form. Yeah. Well, sorry. Word forms worry about them, but you don't have to think about the most crazy, interesting things if you don't want to. And, Esol, please give the background music. Sing for us.
Background music.
Yeah,
I'm singing "Let It Be, Let It Be."
Never mind. Stop.
I'm terrible. Mad-Libs. I've actually never done Mad-Libs with my students.
And Esol, you can play this too because you don't know the story, do you? Or did you read the story?
No, I don't think so. No. All right, let me play for fun. Name of school.
Name of app.
Any app. Any app that you like.
Any.
Yeah, whatever app you like.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, this
In
is
general.
one of our Tesol people. So you were on the intro. Hi, Natalia. Is it Natalia?
Hello.
You made it.
I made it. Hi, guys.
Hi, welcome.
Where are you joining us from?
I'm from Toronto, Ontario.
Cool.
Are you there right now? So that's two people, two countries today. So we've got today.
America is also a country, Esol.
We've got Cesar from Colombia in Uring, Canada. Wait, what? Brent, did you make fun of me?
I was just pointing out that we have 3 countries represented here right now. So.
Oh, never mind. Go ahead, Brent.
Natalia, I'm just letting you know that we are playing a game right now, or not. We're doing a Mad-Libs. I dropped the link in the chat if you want to join us and throw in your own ideas.
I'm doing it.
And everybody else can. Once you're done, you can type in "done" in the chat, and then we can check out a few of them and see what we come up with.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you, for sending me the link because I was like, oh my god, I missed it.
Well, thank you for being on social media. The people that made it here, either connections of ours or active on social media. That's how we actually found. That's how I found Brent initially a long time ago. If those of you who don't know the story. Yeah,
it has been a long, hard push trying to get Tesol people on social media.
Oh my god, yeah. All right, I'm filling out the form.
Yeah, take your time.
We just started, so.
Right, you're calling in from space, aren't you?
Yes, the satellite of love. I don't know.
We've got a few humans and then a non-human. Brent is a robot, I think.
This is Crotty robot. I'm a Mystery Science Theater fan, as for those who don't know, and this is one of the sets from the show.
Oh, is that what that is? I have a little prince. Oh, you can't see him. He's like right there.
Le Petit Prince.
We said don't try French. You don't want me to sing? Don't try French.
Fair.
Okay.
All right, let me see.
Sorry, this Twitter teacher's handle.
Any Twitter teacher or any teacher that you follow on Twitter, if you do. If not, then you can just type in Esol.
Thank you. Yeah, my Twitter handle is in the chat.
All right, I think they're starting to come in here.
Did you guys know Chrissy Teigen is from rural Utah?
I did not know.
Really?
Yeah.
That explains her.
I mean, it's like the only thing that people know about the town that she's from is that she's from there.
No, well, I know that. They bullied her off of Twitter.
What?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, for being awesome.
It's too bad.
Yeah, she'll be back. She's got a fighter spirit.
Is this a psychological test?
Very far from it.
I feel challenged.
There's a lot of questions.
I started to get very excited about what will come out.
It's like, did you clear this through IRB first?
Oh my God.
Yeah, what you don't know is he's collecting your information this way.
Yeah, when I run into another adjective, I wonder what is he getting? I mean, what he wants from me.
Excuse me, sir. How many adjectives do you need from me?
Don't trust a stranger that asks you for an adjective.
It was very adjective heavy.
Yeah.
No pronoun love, no determiner love. It's like adjectives all the way.
You know what? That's a good point. I should have been a little bit more pronoun friendly. I didn't even, I'm still stuck in my biases around that. I'm trying to get better, but we'll that's a good point. I'll add that in the future. All right.
All right. I'm done with this.
All right. So let's grab
Tell
up a
me
couple.
what happened.
Okay, we will grab a few. If you're still finishing, then you may finish, and we'll grab a couple and see how they go here. So let me share screen. Wait, what? Oh.
Man, this whole online conference has been quite a trip, to be honest, you guys.
You doing okay?
Oh, we had this conversation with Anna.
Quite a trip. And I think a couple of people actually said that on Twitter as well, is that the issue is that we don't get a break and recharge. People actually
there is a break. It's at 3 a.m.
Yeah, but people are they're teaching a class and they're participating in TESOL and they're answering emails.
Yeah,
it's not a lot of people didn't take PD time to attend TESOL this year.
Yeah.
So they're actually working, and it's really laborsome. Yeah. You get answer emails and student teacher class, student emails. It's just it's insane.
It is.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think if you're going to attend the conference, that time needs to be allocated for those teachers and paid for those teachers to just relax and not have to double duty. Because
I think so. I think it was definitely my mistake thinking that I could do both. No.
Well, you can relax for right now. You have 20 minutes of relaxation time until you have to jump
9
to the
p.m.
next
I'm done.
All right.
Oh yeah, she's an hour ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Cesar, we're going to start with yours. So this is the story that it ends up being, and here we go. Columbian War School recently launched a new ELD skills class where students learned all about rings. Due to COVID, the program had to be run completely online, so the teacher decided to run the entire class through Rosetta Stone.
That's expensive.
Yeah, that's
It is indeed.
Some of the students were undefined, and undefined. I was getting some undefined in there. So, but most
Why?
undefined their way through the class. I'm not sure because I saw that happened before. If you left one blank or something, it might go as undefined.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No problem. So at first, the teacher primarily used back to the board as a cornerstone of the class, but once they learned the word Esperanza, their mind was undefined. I like that use.
That makes sense.
And they changed their teaching style completely. The new style was called the Larry Ferlazzo EAT method, and it took the teaching world by storm. However, there was a problem. None of the students knew what flashing meant. Uh-oh. So the teacher had to use an undefined fish to describe it clearly. Needless to say, the students were shocked. One of the students even complained about it to Tom Cruise on Twitch. And the story became a viral sensation. Despite some undefined hiccups, the new method of teaching is considered the only way to teach online in 2021. If you want to learn how to use it, just send us $8 in Bitcoin to sign up for the course at Pocket. I love it. All right. Let's grab a couple more. Here we go, Natalia. York University recently launched a new ELD class where students learned all about they. All right. Due to COVID, the program had to be run completely online, so the teacher decided to run the entire class through Clubhouse. Michelle's excited about that one.
I am.
Some of the students were undefined and some were undefined, but mostly undefined. Okay. At first, the teacher primarily used role play as the cornerstone of the class, but once they learned the word shashlik, their mind was undefined, and they changed their teaching style completely. The new style was called at noun is adjective cry method, and it took the teaching world by storm. However, there was a problem. None of the students knew what laughing meant, so the teacher had to use an undefined toy.
Yes. What's a fish?
To describe it clearly. Needless to say, the students were shocked. One of the students even complained about it to Amy Adams on LinkedIn, and the story became a viral sensation. Despite some undefined hiccups, the new method is considered the only way to teach online in 2021. If you want to learn how to use it, just send $37 in Bitcoin to sign up for the course at www.balesnikova.com. Look out for that $37 in Bitcoin.
Not even ashamed.
Awesome. I love it. Okay. Let's see. What do we got next here? Anna, you ready? Here we go. Cornell recently decided to launch an ELD skills class where students learned all about birds. Due to COVID, the program had to be run completely online, so the teacher decided to run the entire class through Twitter. I've heard of people doing that before. Some of the students were undefined, some were undefined, but most undefined. Okay. At first, the teacher primarily used testing as the cornerstone of the class. Ooh. But once they learned the word cerveza, their mind was undefined.
Cerveza! Yeah.
The new style was called the at TESOL Association walk method, and it took the teaching world by storm. However, there's a problem. None of the students knew what the word running meant, so the teacher had to use an undefined fox to describe it clearly. Needless to say, the students were shocked. One of the students even complained to Alex Trebek on Twitter. Poor Alex. And this story became a viral sensation. Despite some undefined hiccups, the new method is considered the only way to teach online in 2021. If you want to learn how to use it, just send us $7 in Bitcoin to sign up for the course at reddit.com. That seems appropriate to send some money to Reddit. All right.
We are so undefined.
So undefined. All right. Wayna, here we go. Torrance recently launched a new ELD skills class where students learned all about children. Due to COVID, the program had to be run completely online, so the teacher decided to run the entire class through Miro. Ooh, that would be an interesting challenge. Some of the students were undefined and undefined. Is that my fault? Did I set up that thing in the last few sections there incorrectly?
I think
no, it must be undefined.
The adjectives show.
It's just too many adjectives. They're showing up as undefined. Okay. Too many adjectives. I'll remember that in the future. At first, the teacher primarily used virtual elbow partners as a cornerstone of the class, but once they learned the word Mandarin, their word was undefined. Yeah, it is the adjectives, right? And the new style was called the ICSI eat method. All right. So we've got a couple of eat methods here. However, there was a problem. None of the students knew what eating meant, so the teacher had to use an undefined pen to describe it clearly. Needless to say, the students were shocked. One of the students even complained about it to Brent Warner on Clubhouse, and the story became a viral sensation. If you want to learn how to use it, send $8 in Bitcoin to sign up at google.com. All right, and let's see. Michelle, did you put one in here? Oh, Mark's got one. Good. There we go. Southern Utah University recently launched a new ELD skills class where students learned all about, thank you, plural nouns. Due to COVID, the program had to be run completely online, so the teachers decided to run the entire class through Among Us. Some of the students were undefined. At first, the teacher primarily used find someone who as the cornerstone of the class, but once they learned the word, Mark, how do we pronounce that one?
Shinkula.
Oh. That's our word from earlier today, shinkula.
Love it.
Is the intonation good there too? All right.
Yeah.
Their mind was undefined, and their teachings and changed their teaching style completely. The new style was called at Scott Thornbury Rest Method, and it took the teaching world by storm. However, there was a problem. None of the students knew what prancing meant, and so the teachers had to use an undefined slice to describe it clearly. Needless to say, the students were shocked. One of the students even complained about it to Chrissy Teigen on Twitter, and the story became a viral sensation. If you want to learn how to use it, just send $4 in Bitcoin. You guys are such low prices on these courses you're building here. $4, $7. Send it at QQ.com. I do appreciate the QQ though.
QQ still exists?
Yeah.
Brent,
I assume so. I like my Chinese students still use QQ as their address.
I have a QQ somewhere.
I never used it, but
you're stumbling on your words and you're not even drinking.
It's the COVID shot.
At least you got one.
Yeah. See, I'm not complaining. I'm just loopy. All right, so pretty good, you guys. What do you guys think? Esol, any thoughts on this? I'm going to let you vote.
That was fun. I like them.
Sorry,
I don't know about the undefined.
The undefined's completely my fault in how I set it up somehow, so I apologize for that. But pretty good. I like it. I think it could work when you could kind of build it out. So if there's a few more people, we might have spread people into like some breakout groups to discuss which ones they like the best and maybe share a little bit around that and then do a little vote. Does anybody want to just volunteer or vote one up as the best choice that they thought besides your own?
I like the Cerveza and their mind was undefined.
I did like that one too. I think that was Caesar's, right? No, wait.
It's almost poetic.
Was that Anna's? Who had Cerveza in there?
Cerveza. It was Anna? All right. Anna, we're going to send you a clip light ring light. You're the winner. Mark volunteered you up. Congratulations.
Anna.
There you go. We'll send that to you later. Keep an eye on, if you're willing to give us your address, I'll send it to you in the mail. You're like, I don't know. After this meeting, I don't think I'm going to really, I don't think I'm going to give you my address.
Undefined.
All right, I'm going to stop sharing because Esol has her insane Esol trivia, which stump the teacher type of trivia. Esol, are you ready to share?
I am ready. So this game is a trivia game. It's only 8 questions, but they're usually really hard questions. If you end up feeling silly and maybe like you don't know what you're doing, that's okay. This is why we have to drink while we're doing it. So there's no penalty for guessing. But the winner of this game will get a copy of the game timeline. So I'll Amazon that to you if you decide to give us your address. But Mark has won many of our games, so he can vouch for us, right? We're legit.
I think I won at least once. I still got the sticker right here.
He knows all the answers? Does that mean he knows all the answers?
No, it's hard. It's a new version every time.
Okay.
And so I don't know if this one, I think everybody here, except for Mark, has played. All right, give me a second.
Esol spends at least 15 minutes researching this game, so and
if you follow me on Twitter, sometimes there are things that I've posted for people to read, and sometimes people who have read get the answers. But this time I did not share anything, so don't worry.
All right, I'll keep track. Wait. We need to clarify the rules. The way that the rules work here is in the chat you type your answer. The first person, and they're A, B, C, D, right, Esol?
Yeah.
So you're just guessing their multiple choice, but the first person who gets it correct in the chat is the person who wins the round, who gets the point. So so you just open your chat, and we'll put in the little break line here.
And then, Brent will moderate the answers and keep track of the answers.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Wait, I'm moderating the answers?
Which is false about the phrase, how come? It was first used by the British and brought to America by immigrants. The Catholic Church first used it as early as the 1600s, and it survived through the centuries. It is an informal version of why, or the original phrase was, how comes it that...
All right, we've got...
Let me know when you've got enough answers so that I can... we need, I think it's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 answers, right?
5 answers.
We need 5. All right.
Did we get all
and
5?
The answer is bravo.
B. All right, so Wayna.
False. The rest of those are actually true.
Wow.
All right, here we go.
So if someone else says B,
the first one to type the answer, right?
If someone
else says B, there's no point in guessing B again, right?
Oh.
well,
if they
you would
typed
only
it fast
know-
enough for you to not recognize it, I guess that's true, possibly. But you don't know if they're right or not.
So
But
the
if they're
trick
wrong,
is-
then I'm going to be wrong too, right?
yeah.
Mark,
All right.
let's stop overthinking this.
Question 2. When do we usually not use italics? Is it titles of podcasts, foreign words not yet assimilated to English, letters of the alphabet when you're referring to them as letters, or names of paintings and sculptures?
Is this MLA or APA?
I should have said generally.
Okay, we've got our 5 in
All
here.
right.
All right, so the answer
Titles
is...
of podcasts.
Oh, Anna. All right, Anna
All
gets
right, so
it.
it's Anna. Titles of podcasts, no italics. All right.
Okay, wait. Let me put the
Okay.
breaker in here because I get lost with that. Okay, go ahead.
In 2020, which generation read the most books? Is it Gen Z? Is it the millennials, Generation X, the baby boomers, or the silent generation?
I appreciate that everybody's now giving different answers. now that Mark like
rooting for their own
ruined the
generation
game, he's
here.
like, I was like, well, so. All right, so we've got some different answers, anyways. What is the correct answer?
Correct answer is the
Millennials, Natalia.
Millennials, 80% of the people who answered that they had read a book were millennials, and they were also the most likely to actually visit a real library.
Millennials again.
Yeah, I don't know if that means the first 3 months of 2020 when libraries were open or what happened.
Okay,
Now,
people
my
that,
question would be,
38 are millennials, so let's not like.
Go ahead. The
how
question.
valid was like that poll? Because like everybody always forgets that Gen X exists. So did they even poll Gen X?
Oh, they weren't reading. They probably weren't reading.
They're just sulking.
You know what? It
On the
probably is millennials going to libraries for their kids because they have young kids now.
Oh,
Yeah, good point.
That makes sense.
By the way, all of the articles that this information came from will be posted on our website. So if you're interested in reading all of those for each question, that will be up.
Oh, so you
All
didn't,
right,
you didn't
question
just make
number
this
4.
up.
No. I don't know. I did make some of the answers up though. March 4th is National Grammar Day. Who is responsible for this holiday? Is it Bill Nye, the science guy who wanted children to also be aware of good grammar? Is it Martha Brockenbroth, editor of MSN and Encyclopedia Encarta, who wanted to make grammar fun for her students? Or is it Weird Al Yankovic, who made it a holiday after releasing a music video spoof of Good Girls called Word Crimes?
Oh, we've already got our answers in here.
All
so,
right, let's see.
A lot of people went with Weird Al.
Well, you'll
Natalia! All right.
She was actually a teacher, a high school teacher, and she wanted, in 2003, she wanted to make grammar fun for her students. So,
Did it work?
little
Teachers.
it gave Weird Al a chance to make a song.
Hasn't worked so far.
It hasn't worked so far. All right. What is a diaeresis and why do we use it? Is it another word for umlaut used over some vowels? Is it a symbol that modifies the sound of a word? Is it something that follows a second consecutive vowel and shows that the second vowel is pronounced? Or is it a fancier version of the hyphen?
Oh, shoot. I'm not confident in my answer
all the
anymore.
votes are in, but
All the
there-
votes are in, but
yeah, but there's lack of
All right.
confidence on the answer.
all right,
so.
here we go. The answer is it follows a second consecutive vowel.
Oh, but Wayna got it before Natalia, so Wayna gets the point for it. Although Natalia,
Yay!
yeah, no, you should absolutely take the win when you can get them. That's what I do.
Still a win.
In names like Chloe or words like cooperation, words that were first borrowed from French, there used to be diaeresis, and it actually used to be the little pointy hat shape looking diacritic, and then it changed to the two dots, which does look like the umlaut, but the umlaut has a different function.
So this is not wait. So going back, that's not a picture of the
original one. No.
Okay.
Don't you know about distractors? All right. Question 6. In 2013, noise, Noice, became the pop culture spelling of the word nice. Which of these statements is also true? Yoiks came before yikes. Ugh came before yuck. Meh came before bleh. Or none of the above.
Noise.
All right. Our votes are in.
Our votes are in. And it's yoiks.
Nobody got it.
Whoa, really? Wow. One Esol. So yoiks is actually a fox hunting term. And I think, I don't have the dates right now, but it's recorded somewhere. It used to be something that they yelled when they went fox hunting.
Wait, so you said there's no penalties, but can we take off points from people for you getting it right?
No, you can't.
Okay. All right.
Well, let's see, because if we end up with a tie, we might have to come back. All right.
Okay.
Question 7. In some parts of the world, the time recently shifted by an hour. Which of the following statements is false? The preferred spelling is daylight savings time. The change was introduced to save energy. Arizona does not participate in the time change. Or Britain and Germany were the first countries to institute a time change during World War I.
See, I felt pressure to put in my answer quickly, but I didn't get to the end of the question first.
Oh, students. Let me know when they're in, Brent.
They're in.
All right, then.
Hey, Wayna.
Yeah. So the preferred, the preferred spelling is daylight saving time, and one of the ways that it is suggested that you remember is that it was introduced to save energy. So if you put an extra S, you're spending energy on that S.
Who suggested that?
Grammar girl, okay? Grammar girl.
Mignon Fogarty, I'm going to get you. What a suggestion.
All right.
So preferred here means preferred by grammar girl.
Yes. I believe that there was a poll, and I do think that Oxford English Dictionary, she has her citations, and I looked it up, but I can't be 100% sure. But the article will be posted. All right, last question. True or false? It's correct to answer the question, how are you, with the statement, I'm good. Is it false? Verbs need to be modified by adverbs. Is it false to talk about health? We can only use I'm well. Is it false to talk about health? We have to use I'm feeling plus an adjective. Or is it true? Good is a subject complement and it modifies the noun I.
Oh my God. I've never seen a multiple choice put into split variations of true false before. This is brutal.
Where's the variant? There is no right answer because
that was E.
That's a good point. All right, are they in?
They're in.
All right. Well, good is a subject complement and modifies the noun I. In addition to that, both are actually acceptable to use. And then Grammar Girl does make a note that many grammarians will object to this and argue, but I, as a millennial, will say you are old school. So, so that is the end of the game. Do we have a winner?
We do have a winner. So the winner is Wayna.
All right.
With Natalia in at a close second.
Wait, we usually don't say how many points because it's usually so low.
Yeah.
Still,
but I actually want to know how many. Did I win or did the audience win this time?
Oh, the audience won for sure. You only got one that they didn't get.
Really?
They didn't all get.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. You guys are getting better. Our audience improved this time around. We were all drinking water. That's why.
You mean of ones that nobody got right? I didn't count the full points out, right?
Yeah, no, but I think last time it was like 50%.
Oh,
yeah.
This is what we should do, Mark, to get rid of your the problem that you're having, we could go in order, and then you could get that many stacked points for how on top of it you are.
Like earn points, like
yeah, like
3,
extra
4.
points on top of it.
Oh, then nobody's a loser.
Nobody is a
Thanks.
loser.
That's
Yeah, you get some
consolation.
Consolation prize. So,
All right. What does Wayna get?
Wayna gets a copy of the game Timeline. If you have never played Timeline, you can probably get this. It's an excellent way to get your students talking to each other in English. It has events, different events, and on the back, different times of when that event happened. The point of the game is to have a student flip a card, and then another one has another one, and they have another card with another event, and they have to decide, did it happen before this one or after? And the next student gets another one. Did it happen before that event, in the middle, or at the end? And so pretty soon you have a timeline. Yeah, it's pretty, yeah.
But thank you so much.
I'll read them.
I guess.
Burn. Talk about a burn there.
You can make your own version at home, but we've talked about this game on our show. So that concludes the end. I think we have Brent. How are we on time?
We're out of time. People got to go to their next TESOL meeting or Q meeting.
To bed.
Or to bed.
Yeah, so this episode will be released on Monday, and we will have a link to it. It'll be episode 38, I think.
Yes, something like something like that.
If you filled, and I think if you filled out that form, we're gonna send you a Drinks with DIESOL coaster and sticker, right?
Yeah.
Brent?
So if you fill out that form, if you give us your address, we'll send you a coaster. Where did my coaster go?
That's the only thing we send. We don't send any spam or emails or anything.
Oh yeah, we're regular people, not like we don't have anything to sell. So here's a coaster that you can put your drink on top of, and we'll send that to you, and some stickers. And if you want a prize, then we'll also send the prize to you as well. Happy weekend, everybody.
If others want to keep in touch with each other, I think most of you are on Twitter, but we will have probably another one of these next 5th Monday, whenever that is.
Yeah, it'll be like in May or June or something like that.
Probably June. But thank you all for joining and taking the time to set a little bit of wind down time. I'm going to drink to all of you now. I'm almost
Thank you for the super fun
Cheers.
game. I loved it.
Yes.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. For those of you who are new, and I hope to see you again
Nice
soon.
to meet you too. Thank you.
All right.
Enjoy
thanks.
the rest of the convention.
You too.
See you on Twitter.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.